Welcome to RC Ranch Chef Corner. I'm Rick Dixon, the chef here at RC Ranch, and today we're going to be talking about two muscles that we love, both from the sirloin area, the tri-tip and the culotte. The tri-tip coming basically from the bottom of the sirloin, and the culotte coming from the top, sometimes referred to as the sirloin cat muscle, or in your Brazilian steakhouses, if you've ever seen those really cool C-shaped pieces of beef on a big long skewer, the picanha. So both great, versatile, moderately priced cuts. You can feed a small crowd, great for leftovers, anything from tacos, sandwiches, salads, steak and eggs the following morning are all great options. If you look at both of these, both have a high degree of marbling, which is really great coming from the sirloin of the animal that's known to be leaner. Super beef flavor, nice buttery texture, as long as we don't get them too far past medium rare medium. So we're going to start today very simply. We got 4 ingredients. We got some really nice olive oil, some Worcestershire or Worcester or whatever you want to call it. Really intense little base layer of flavor. Has like 39 ingredients in it. I tried to make it homemade one time and decided that $2 at the grocery store was a much better option. We're going to do these in the exact same preparation, just to kind of show you the similarities and then also the differences and how these are both going to turn out. So after I got a nice little coat of Worcestershire on them, we're going to start with RC Ranch 5-star steak and burger. Highly recommend this stuff. It's all I use as a little base layer, just to get some of that salt into the meat before we cover it up with another rub. Nice and light. This beef has a lot of flavor. We don't want to hide it and over salt it. And then I'm going to hit it with a little bit of olive oil, kind of working like a binder. Some people you've probably seen on barbecue shows and cooking shows will use things like mustard. Just anything to give a little more tack so that we can get a little more of this rub to stay on the meat, since we're going to be moving around over a hot fire and then finishing it up in the smoker. So our preferred barbecue rub at RC Ranch, which this one hasn't even been opened because it's brand new and coming to the market soon, is our black hide barbecue rub. We developed this with the guys over at Texas Custom Spice. It's a rub I've been using on the competition circuit for about 1.5 years now with extremely good results. You're going to notice something as soon as it hits the meat is the color, but don't be scared, because in the end it's going to be a nice, beautiful, shiny black exterior without being burnt. Not too heavy. Make sure you get the edges. We're going to do the same over here. If you're not an outdoor cook and you prefer the AC and your oven, when you're trying to take notes today, just remember temperatures and just kind of translate those temperatures from your cast iron pan on the stove or from the smoker to the oven. To not get the exact same result, of course, as cooking with wood, that desired degree of doneness. So we've got both of these rubbed down, kind of scary looking right now. We've got a really hot fire that we're going to move them over here to. I'm going to start them fat side down to actually make that fire flame jump up and start to render that fat and get it nice and crispy. We're going to sear them super hard all the way around, and then we're going to move them to the smoker to finish them off. Alright guys, we got them over the fire. We're going to get them nice and hard seared all the way around. You want to make sure that every little edge gets seared so that when we put them in the smoker to finish, we don't lose any of that moisture inside. As you can see, I got my flame super high. You'd think they're burning, but as long as we keep them moving, we'll have a perfectly black crust all the way around the outside without that burnt flavor. Just like that, super quick. We got them nice and seared. Already got our bark kind of set. We're going to move them over to the smoker so we can get them finished up to around 125 internal for that perfect medium rare. All right guys, we're getting ready to put them in the smoker. I've got it heated up to around 275 degrees. Again, if you're cooking at home and you're not cooking in the backyard, same method, just use the oven. We're just going to use this to kind of bring them a little slower up to that internal temperature because of the size of the muscle. And again, we're looking for that 125, so we'll carry over to 130 for that perfect medium rare. All right, they're in there. We're gonna let them do their thing. I'm gonna check my internal temp about every 12 minutes. All right, the time has come. Our culotte and our tri-tip have reached temp. So we're just gonna get them out. So all you're gonna need to do here is get your spatula. Texas size spatula is what I prefer. If you're not from Texas, I know y'all probably don't have a spatula like this. We wanna get these out. Look how pretty they are. So we cooked these for about 45 minutes. My rule generally is if I cooked it for 45, I want it to rest for half of that time. So I'm actually gonna let these rest for about 20 minutes to make sure all those juices inside get redistributed back through the muscle fibers so they don't end up on our cutting board. And I'll see y'all back in the kitchen. We're gonna do a little taco and a little slider, showing the versatility of tri-tip and culotte. We're going to show you 3 simple recipes that you could do with either one of these cuts, because like I said, they transition well into a ton of dishes. We'll start with a little simple taco. We love Wagyu tacos at the ranch. Nice grilled fresh tortilla. We're going to use tri-tip on this one. As you can see, we hit that perfect medium that we were looking for. We're going to give it a little avocado. A little of that Texas green sauce. Squeeze a lime. Some cotija cheese. And in Texas, you always gotta have beans and rice on the side. RC Ranch Texas craft beef tri-tip taco. For our culotte, going a little different today. We're gonna load up some pretzel sliders. I made a little chimichurri. We're gonna dress our arugula with. We're gonna hit them with a little bit of this. Nice and center. This chimichurri recipe will be on our website. Go to our Chef's Corner and check out the recipes. And of course a little bit of cheese. Cheese is good on anything. Fancy sandwich with some simple chips. And now my favorite way to eat it. Pile of meat. Pile of taters. A nice dollop of butter. Steak and potatoes. We've got these 3 dishes here, these 2 cuts of meat. We've got a lot of tacos, a lot of sliders, and a lot of steak and potatoes left in them. Tomorrow morning we'll be having this with some nice farm fresh eggs, some tallow toast. You just can't beat the tri-tip and culotte.